All right, today is day 19 of the Love Throwing program, and this is rest day number 3. And today's off day thought experiment is the concept of don't like it, play better, which is a pro baseball term. It's like a saying that we sort of had that I really gravitate towards because it's about taking responsibility for your actions, no matter how well or how poorly you played. And that's today's theme. Is the big question is, do you take responsibility, like really take responsibility when you get bad outcomes? Or are you one of those people who tends to like want to blame the umpires, blame the field conditions, blame the bad hop, blame your teammates? I mean, look, here's sort of the ethos of this saying, don't like it, play better. A lot of times, especially at the higher levels, players are pretty similar, right? Like for me as a pitcher, I might have a 3 ERA, but a guy gets promoted above me who has a 4 ERA. And I could really complain and whine about that. Be like, I have a 3 ERA. Why does he have a 4 and he gets promoted? And sure, you can look and it's never a true apples to apples comparison. That guy might be left-handed. I'm right-handed. He might be 3 years younger. I'm older than him. He might be taller, so they like that better. He might have a better breaking. Like there's just like lots of other factors, number one. But number two is, and this is where this saying really goes back to is, well, if I had had a 1 ERA, would he be getting promoted with his 4? No. So yeah, it's close and I'm definitely better. 3 is a lot better than a 4. But if I don't like it, then I should have played even better. I should have worked even harder. I should have found a way to be so much better than that person that got promoted over me that it wasn't even a comparison, that they were basically forced to promote me. Same thing with playing time. Oh, that guy's hitting 280 and you're hitting, 300, but he's playing more than you. Well, 280 and 300 is not that big of a difference. But if you're hitting 400 and he's hitting 280, guess what? You're in the lineup and he's sitting, right? Same thing. I mean, in all walks of life, people want a job promotion. Why isn't this happening for me in my career? At the end of the day, you can't control other people. You can't control the environment. There's a ton of bad luck that can happen to you. You can only control yourself and your responses to things. So this saying of don't like it, play better is a really good one to say, like, no matter what happens, if I get screwed over, or if I don't, even if I give my absolute best, there's always something I could look in myself for and say, you know what? I know things didn't work out, but I can hit a little bit harder. Let's see what I can maybe control and have a little bit better workout this week. Maybe I'll take a few extra ground balls. I'll get an extra bullpen in, whatever it is. There's always something I could do better to help in the future get the thing that I want. And it just comes back to personal responsibility. Don't complain. Don't pass excuses to other people. Everything is certainly not your fault. You don't need to make everything your fault because it's definitely not. But look, when that umpire makes a bad call and it's a legitimately bad call in the last inning and it costs your team the game, well, it's like, well, if you hadn't stranded 3 runners in the 5th inning, that bad call wouldn't have impacted you, right? So maybe if y'all had, gotten that runner home and you'd maybe done your job and hit a sac fly instead of grounding out, then maybe that bad call wouldn't have affected you. And that's another example of how don't like it, play better, and just taking personal responsibility for what you can control can eliminate some of those bad luck outside of your control factors that can come back to bite you. So again, this is not to like heap blame on your shoulders. Everything is certainly not all your fault, but it's just a good tool to say, you know what? When I want things that I'm not getting, it's always up to me to do better, to work harder, to try to find new ways to solve the problems that I have. All right. So on day 19, just think about, are you really good at taking personal responsibility and controlling the things that you can control in your life?